It was just another regular Sunday afternoon when I decided to unload my groceries from the car I had just returned. Home from a busy trip to the local store, and as I parked my car, I began to unload the bags filled with fresh produce, snacks, and household necessities. Little did I know this simple task would lead to a confrontation with none other than the neighborhood. Karen, a woman infamous for her overbearing attitude and unnecessary interference. In everyone's business, as I was unloading the last of my bags, Karen appeared out of nowhere, eyes narrowed and a disapproving frown plastered across her face. Before I could even say hello, she stormed up to me demanding to know why I was unloading groceries in her parking space. Confused, I pointed out that I was just parking in front of my own house and unloading my own groceries, but Karen wasn't having it in a tone that made it clear she believed she had control over the entire block. She insisted that I was violating some unspoken rule. I've been living here for years, and I know the rules. You're not allowed to park here, Karen hissed. Those bags you're unloading, they're mine now. You've stolen my groceries. My jaw dropped. What? These are my groceries, lady. I paid for them, I replied, taken aback by her audacity. But Karen wasn't done. In an even more dramatic tone, she claimed she had already called the cops, accusing me of theft. As if that wasn't absurd enough, she started taking pictures of my groceries, demanding proof that they belonged to me. At this point, I was beyond frustrated. I had no idea why she was so fixated on a simple errand I was doing, but her behavior was rapidly escalating. Not wanting to make matters worse, I decided to call the police myself, explaining the situation. By the time the officers arrived, Karen had already crafted a story in which I had stolen her groceries. The officers, however, weren't fooled. After a quick check, it was clear that the groceries were indeed mine. Karen, embarrassed by her behavior, was left standing there with nothing to say. The police officers advised her to keep her distance and stop causing unnecessary trouble and I was able to finish unloading my groceries in peace. As I walked into my home, I couldn't help but shake my head at the absurdity of the situation. It was a simple task turned chaotic, all because one person couldn't mind her own